Alright, we're back. Welcome to the new game, for me, Disco Elysium. Select archetype, I didn't think about this. Let's see. Thinker, extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, coming up with original ideas. Sounds a bit like me. Sensitive. Very psychological. A magnetic personality but unstable. Might begin to lose his mind. 1 int, 5 psych, 2 phys, 4 mote. I'm assuming mote means motivation. Physical. Extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body. Gets things done, but dumb as a rock. Okay, I just want to see what this means. So intellect, your raw brain power, how smart you are. Psych, sensitivity, how emotionally intelligent you are. Physique, your musculature, how strong you are. Motors, your senses, how agile you are. Interesting. So agile, but weak and bad with people. Decent muscle and good with people, but not very smart and not very agile. Good physically, dumb. Yeah. The Thinker. Of course I'll be the Thinker. It's me. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address, even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Okay, lizard brain.
Ever.
That sounds a bit hostile.
Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce.
Ooh, sauce.
Bloated and shameful.
Meatball.
All of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss.
Loss?
Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give me to
Do
me.
you really?
Dude, let me
I
off.
wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Chef or chief?
Yes, your one disco mother. There's this giant ball there. An evil
A planet.
ape.
Apes are people.
And the evil apes are
Duking it out.
on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
Limbic system sounds like he has a cold like I do.
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large. You can't even make infinitesimally small. Vying for resources. It's just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
That's sad.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago. You lost.
The sound outside, you recognize it. It's a Caprice Canela motor carriage.
What the hell is this? Oh, I know that feeling, boy. Get some... What are you, Heisenberg? Get a shirt on. Bang-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Make the UI volume a bit louder. Whirling in Rags, day 1. Is there even a way to control this game with a... You can't play with a controller. Empty cassette case. Reel-to-reel tape player still on, rolling empty. Shoes. Hey, look, a tie.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's what you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Oh well. Thoughts. Active thoughts alter dialogue options. Thought bonuses differ for research and completion. Tools. Substances can be administered during dialogue. Tools are context sensitive. Equip them before use. Time. Time passes when picking new dialogue options. Read books to pass time quicker. Task. Gain experience by completing task or exploring. Leveling up grants you skill points. Skill points. Use points to unlock skills or unlock or forget thoughts. White skill checks can be re-rolled. Red skill checks are permanent. Wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. How does that white, or sorry, yellow circle mean? Interesting. Horrific necktie. This is weird so far. Describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. Broken glass.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring.
Aluminium.
There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched. The whirling in rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock workers.
Okay. Can I cure this hangover somehow? Just go ask Blazer. This is all weird.
The fan is spinning. The blades come squeaking to a halt. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons. Your eyes burn with photosensitivity. It's not good. The lights are off again.
You shitting me? I hurt myself with a fucking light bulb? That's how hungover I am? Map, journal, inventory, highlight.
Hello, officer.
March. The year is 51. Hello.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
No.
The young woman shakes her head slowly.
No. You're a police officer, sir. Okay, cool. I won't.
How'd you know?
First, I have to ask, are you okay, sir? You look like you're about to throw up. Can I bring you something?
She's right. Something wants to come out through your mouth, right in front of her.
I don't want that.
Right here. It makes you put your hand on your stomach and swallow.
Sir, you've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Rip.
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something. The words have already left your mouth.
That's awkward.
What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? No. You see, that's not what you said. You said... Come on, man. Pretty, please. One more time.
Rip.
Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cup are you?
I'm the sorry
Don't
cop.
be. It was funny. And anyway, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit about any of it? So what if you can't pull grade A pussy anymore? There are other things in life, more meaningful, more fitting for
How old am
your
I?
age. This is Fata Morgana. One thing though,
Yeah.
it's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me. And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
Stub. Yeah, I can run. Knock, knock.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Still no answer. Still, no, still,
Well, so much for that. Where am I? It's a different kind of game. Karaoke machine? I know someone who'd like that. Not me, though.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
Yeah, no. Sup, Mr. Bartender?
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk.
Great.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it. This is the Great Skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now.
Cool.
The small steel tag says as much. The Great Skua. Stegoarius Skua.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird in...
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
Same difference.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me.
Sylvie
I
tends the bar
understand.
here.
She just, you know...
His eyes dart from left to right. This man isn't lying, but he is hiding something.
So now you're a cop. Oh, forget it.
Monday. Strike poster. Pinball.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
All Rome has been knocked over. Beautiful, dark liquid is spilling out. Spiced rum?
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting.
Up under your chin, man. You have no chin.
On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as...
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he is waiting for your name. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. No, you won't. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau is one classy name, and you're one classy cop.
Raphael, I
Say it.
guess.
Yes, well,
Not for a moment does he believe that's your real name. He casts it aside as an intra-departmental joke or a peculiarity he doesn't understand.
Maybe Thinker wasn't the good one to pick because it's lack of social stuff is
it
not good
looks
for
like
me.
we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, He has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you
Okay.
removed the dead body from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree, where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge? Oh, if you didn't have your badge, then that would be very bad. You would need to report it on my shortwave. But since...
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk
Great.
to him whenever by interacting with him.
Yes? What do you want to know? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
What do you mean?
Don't know? I assumed you were in on it. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? Good. Me?
Yes, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point.
Yeah.
All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't go
You must turn
enough
up testosterone.
I guess you don't need glasses, then. That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My
Seolite.
father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholier.
Revacholier.
A point of pride to him.
No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is it's like you're locked down.
Something the matter, detective?
What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands.
Jeez.
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
What do you mean? I have no idea what...
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to...
The lieutenant produces his... We all have our different mediums. His
Good. Let's change the subject.
Pissing competition.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme,
Yeah?
used on everything from pinball cabinets to clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals Basically,
What? What's wrong
imagine
with-
a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it. The contemporary period stands still. The fated carousel of progress that doomed the royalists is itself winding down.
Well, that's whack.
The man with the unimpressive beard
Unimpressive
notices you
beard.
approaching. He drops
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41... Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
Yep.
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You better.
This sounds like something you can use to call
Oh, really?
Sylvie later.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No. I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
You mean 3?
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
Okay, Gart.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. His face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones.
Oh, really?
Not vice versa.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there?
Mm-hmm.
First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Alright.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco-Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style. Unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this.
Wrong.
Okay, you got me. She went away
Wow.
because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number.
Loser.
That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
thank you.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching. Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like... Haven't you asked me that all? Okay, you...
Thank you.
I asked an employee out. What?
Yeah, fellas in your ear.
Is that so? Mr. Feminist...
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
Who?
The locals, the customers, the people who eat here. A lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Sure.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You
Seems
mean the
legit.
strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
It's a nice game. I'm not.
Oh,
I know you played that.
Did the
I would suppose.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
I don't know.
This is...
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
The lieutenant turns the page in the...
Let's go.
Spidey senses.
Not so fast, Mr. Feminist. You owe me 130 real. Oh, you don't owe me shit. Well, officer, you're right. You don't owe me shit, you owe me money.
We do not need to assert ourselves here. We only need instructions from him. This is the proprietor, remember?
You know, I get this all the time. Some hobo comes in here or some backpacking arsehole off the boat. The next day, when they can't make their fees, they get aggressive. I just never thought I'd be in this shit with a cop. Please, just let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real.
Bullshit.
Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've
Oh,
run a
goddammit.
tab of 30 real. Actually, more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60. What are you, brain damaged? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange box.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't.
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. I'm sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car.
Good luck.
Pay for damages. Fifth.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. You don't really know, do you?
I don't.
South, maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Oh, God.
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment.
Feminist agenda. Something stirs in you. Something interdisciplinary. It is a newly formed reaction to tyrannical gender roles around you. Something you've always had. One thing is for sure. You're not a mild feminist. Oh no, these are incendiary thoughts aimed at undermining the very pillars of society. Could you fashion them into sort of weapon, perhaps? A first strike weapon to decapitate the XY chromosome hegemony. Summer door closed for the winter. Lame.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there, not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself. Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking. Have you thought about that? Get a goddamn rum and lemonade to yourself, boy. Or better yet, lick that stain off the counter. Calmly, the lieutenant looks out of the window, then to you, licking the tasty rum stain off the counter, then out of the window again.
What are you doing? We should move.
You could
Investigating.
definitely go for some more. The titillating scent of alcohol in your nostrils.
Be right back. Fuck the police. Well, fuck you too.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? I don't see a lot of police around here, that's all. Of course. What can I help you with? Me? I am just a gardener. I am working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
But
Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Thank you.
Salts? Ammonium salts. Perhaps useful for later.
Of course. Where to? It's there. In the yard, right?
Even all the way over here. There's a drop of death in the spring air.
No problem. Excuse me? Oh. Well, I didn't write it there. Okay. Of course.
If there's
Aye.
a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Sure. Keep
that's
them.
nice.
I have another pair.
That's nice of her. Hey, big boy.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Racist lorry driver.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder
Yeah.
for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it hard for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should...
We might be being overly
watch
sensitive, but we're gonna go with this.
and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Whatever you say, officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation. The strike?
How long has it been going
I've
on?
been at it for a while. A month.
That's a
2
while.
months, maybe.
Yeah.
But this here is just the last week or so.
What are you meant to pick up?
Apples.
I like apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Yeah, apples. I take it you... Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but... apples.
Apples is
Look, as detective. I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges.
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular Koiko-picked apples.
Koiko may be another derogative. For a person from Grad, you think?
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow them down South Yekokata. A beautiful place. Got great scenic vistas.
In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. It features no scenic vistas and supports virtually no plant or animal life.
Yeah? Says who? Then, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those koikos. They're everywhere, except their own homes.
Right, sucks.
He means the people living in Grad.
Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Gradvolk. Those degenerates from Grad. Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say otherwise?
How does Kohiko equal grad?
Did you miss the part where I said they aren't here yet?
Maybe.
Besides, even if I did have some, I wouldn't go putting my nose in.
Relax. You've got all you can get here. He probably doesn't even know what he's hauling, even if it is something unsavory.
It's about biological determinism. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep. I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. Huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that. Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
Yeah.
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on the...
Cultural victory? What is this then?
It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing
I not
races.
understand to get
Who
into a
knows
very
what might
racist
happen
tirade this
if
quickly in the
people
game,
don't stay
Jesus.
in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Let's talk something
Go
else.
right ahead. You may be a cop, but that...
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stern expression remains. Not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet, he thinks, wriggled out of it.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges. Someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how deep into history our thing reaches. Before machines. Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. Very prestigious.
So you have a union? Yeah.
Goddamn right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. But when they try to replace us, they'll regret it. Trusting street thugs with their goods.
Trash. My health is fine. agree. Goddamn union workers.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
Yes.
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here. You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down. We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes. Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence. Rights of people. Rights of workers.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
He's correct, though.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scab.
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates. Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Head measurer?
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The act's bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained.
Good to know.
I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. Why don't you go arrest them instead?
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge. Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss. I know nothing about a murder. Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive.
Really?
Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
Why not? I see numerous reasons not to pick a side in this local matter.
Pity. Let us work!
Huh.
Scab?
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
It's more you guys want more than you're worth.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
Of course not. You're a union member. I'm going to get in trouble for that one. I'm kidding.
Probably not. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. Much better here at the harbor, for an honest union man like me. Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. I don't believe you. Post Laventurier said the same thing, that it wasn't. I'm doing much better here at the harbor. Being an honest union man with a lot of... Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Cool.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to... You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing, though. Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess, cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter is all. Supplies should last a strike, though.
I'm not trying Marvel Rivals, Hunter. Is it the Overwatch killer? I've seen people say that. I doubt it is, but I know people say that when a new game comes out that's kind of like an existing game. Sorry if I sound a bit sick, because I am.
I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs. My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
Is it on Steam? Let me check real quick. It's free! Ooh. I might check it out later.
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
If it's so simple, why did the scab leader warn you of the guards blocking the way?
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him, then press the button to unlock the door, then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Está. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible. Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
As far as the Marvel's heroes, or rivals rather. Magneto does some... Actually, Dr. Doom... I think maybe more Dr. Doom rather than Dr. Strange, but maybe. Magneto sounds like it'd be fun, though.
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong. Sure. You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss...
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike, too. Just can't break the command structure and tell you now.
Let's try and get past this guy.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Okay.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Degeneracy.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
It's not good.
Great.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach. Got
Jesus fuck.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like you dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You will be superseded.
It is, baby, yeah.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor. Enough with this begging. You should bring your troops to the Simenon. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you well, not as such. What you do with a mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings,
advanced races,
or accept them and become an advanced racist. Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Do you?
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then to you. He lets out.
You are obviously a liberal, Sayolite.
Racist.
A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself.
1 second. All right, we're back.
There are 3 categories of race.
Categories.
Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
Hey.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades in Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats. You know them by the names of their nation-states: the Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maun.
Okay.
Mahoon is a derogative term for first world people of Gotwaldian descent. They do not all have eczema. Also, people of Katla, like the Suru and the Huhu, are much more lactose intolerant. In some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood to street parades. Green, orange, and even yellow tassels have also been seen on hats.
Hunches and gut feelings.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has
Yeah.
led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
I like milk and all, but don't be too mean. Come on.
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century. You might want to avoid wooden clogs too.
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Surlaquais, the other large mondial civilization, the Mesk, are to overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum. As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental type A is in retrograde. The Semenese and the Areopagites are on the ascent.
Okay.
The indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Semenese inhabit the southern islands. I am Semenese, from the stock of Ulumbuir on Ile de Fantôme. The Areopagites are the master race of the Ile Maran deserts. The Semenese are descendants of the Areopagites. We came here during a heroic migration from Ile Maran.
Are you guys French or something?
Thousands of years.
If they are, they're not people. The French are disgusting.
Intolerant Maun-ridden Occidentals discovered this place. The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Semenese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skin.
Alright, whatever.
The latter is perfected and adapting. Together, Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Khoikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
Very racist.
The Khoikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white, officer, in a suspect description.
Yes. To an untrained eye, the Khoiko appear white or pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They
Brown
are
eyes?
of an indistinct color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, muddy, and ashen.
So, what, you're like Aryan only?
Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking Al-Rul and smoking the degenerate tobacco herb, and for eating potato.
Eat potato. Become advanced race. What?
The Khoiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
Taters. Potatoes. Grind them, mash them, put them in a stew. Broil them, mash them, put them in a stew. Come on.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
They are microscopic. The Semeno-Areopagite superstate will cover the entire remaining planetary crust, uninterrupted. From Holy Semenine to the Boreal Plateau of Katla.
Si, senor.
Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Semenese and Areopagite stock, elected by nature.
Yada yada.
Not the base inner spoilage. The Vacholians, halfway between Type A and the Racial Coron. Two makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution. which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Interesting.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over.
Sure.
Like a fever dream, the revolution came to Ravachol from Grad in Zarath-ridden potato carts.
Potato.
It is literally an illness. A prion disease that leaves the parietal
Isn't
and
prion
frontal
a
lobe
prion?
ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition
I'm
passed
sleeping
from
now,
the
Jesus.
Koiko to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade routes and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant. Enough of Tibet mediocre tips. The F are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptation. Lesser races like the mosquito.
You're a mosquito.
Grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Seminese man. Only possible if the mother is masked and the father Seminese. The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey.
Have you?
All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension.
It seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
You are right. You have misunderstood. Then there is the Simino Koiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Simino? The Koiko, as you know, are very servile, especially when they meet the rich man. Racial scientists have toyed with the idea of crossing the Simonese with the Koiko to produce a super worker of Seminese strength and Grad servility. This will never happen. The Simonese and the Koiko may have similar interbreeding, but enough. It is cruel. You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not lost. I cannot possibly.
Yeah, it's time to save and quit. This guy's taking too long. Alright, good night everybody. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe.